Hi everyone and welcome to another zombie video. Today I want to explore the idea that Dr. Straub isn't actually real. This was a question brought up to me either on the subreddit or it was tweeted at me. I can no longer find the post or the details they describe to get my brain thinking along these lines, so if you do know who that is, link me in the comments or at least on Twitter. Regardless, I wanted to have fun with this idea in this video. To get this out of the way early, I do think Dr. Straub is real and has been in every map so far, but there is an interesting way Sledgehammer could spin the story. Zombie creative head at Sledgehammer Games, Cameron Dayton, explained in a PlayStation interview that there are things canon and not canon within the game mode. One example was a difference in the casual and hardcore Easter eggs, with the hardcore Easter egg being the real one. Currently, players are debating if the Shoot Dr. Straub Easter egg is canon or not. It is an interesting idea because if we get our characters into the salt mines within the Final Reich, where the hilt is, then we can truly run with this idea. Let me explain why. Dr. Straub can be alive all the way up to the sword, but if we shoot him in the Final Reich, he should be dead. Instead, the bullets do nothing and pass right through him. He slowly walks away, only to reappear somewhere else in the map. Now, we know that it is just supposed to be a fun trophy. It's just gameplay. Get over it. But what if our characters get corrupted by the hilt the first time they see it? Klaus describes darker forces at work at the end of the Final Reich and then proceeds to literally float into the air and explode in fire. Or so we think. That is a canon ending and extremely supernatural. We know that Dr. Straub lost his mind creating the zombies with these pieces of the swords. Maybe something similar is happening to our characters in World War II zombies. Similar to the evil that we experience inside the NPD, corrupting our characters like Sam and Richtofen in the Black Ops 1 storyline. Once we get the hilt, why don't we just stop? Why don't we just hide the thing? Call it quits and laugh all the way home because Barbarossa can't return without all the pieces. We got the hilt, no Barbarossa. How we can explain it inside the world in the current storyline is the sword parts are so powerful that we need to stop Dr. Straub from using them to make more zombies and technologies that are going to hurt everybody in the long run. But another interesting way to look at it is our characters are assembling the pieces because they are hallucinating from the weapon parts themselves. Think about The Lord of the Rings. Frodo becomes a completely different person because of the ring's power. It talks to him, or even Gollum himself is corrupted, and they see and do things that might not necessarily be there or what they might not necessarily do normally. A quick spoiler warning for the comparison I'm about to make of two movies. Skip to the time code on screen if you want to avoid spoiling like 20-year-old something movies. Now that's good. In both movies, Fight Club and The Sixth Sense, we see a story crafted in a way makes us see what the characters see and not the reality of the situation. We may be fighting Dr. Straub in game, but in reality, no one's there. Our characters have created a fake antagonist after he died in the Final Reich. A quick example of how the revisionist storytelling could occur would be the intro cutscene for The Darkest Shore. Our characters enter the intro with a crew of people on boats coming to shore. They're discussing how they can take this island without a single shot being fired. Then we cut to the soldiers disappearing into the fog. While our Geistcraft devices turn on, we believe the zombies are killing them inside the fog. But our characters could black out when being manipulated. They could have gunned down all the other soldiers, explaining why they arrive at the beach first with another boat lagging behind them. You can continue to make jumps once you get behind this idea. Dr. Straub doesn't seem to know the pommels on the map at all. In the Darkest Shore radios, discusses the Moichers escaping to places unknown to Dr. Straub. He evacuates the island without a second thought. Our characters seem to just happen upon the pommel in the Easter egg. That seems convenient. Or something pushing them to get the next part, helping them find Nerthus' statue and all the connections to the pieces of the sword. We hear Drosten call in over the radio that things didn't go according to plan. He calls in a bombing run to destroy the island. What another great way to cover their tracks. Dr. Straub tells us he burned the Final Reich to the ground. He was the only other person there. Redo went around the Final Reich town, as described in the intro cutscene. The zombie team could easily twist our characters into burning the town down. What about the blimps? There's a giant airfield next to the map. Why would they go to Germany? Why would the radios from Red Riding Hood pretend that Straub is real? The answer is they wouldn't. that's where this whole thing starts to fall apart. The players need to start jumping through hoops to prove radios were recorded in the past before Straub dies, and our characters are constantly blacking out while doing things that we play off in game as Dr. Straub's doing. It's interesting, but there's too much canon information to prove the contrary to Dr. Straub's supposed hallucination on our characters. It would be an awesome twist, but I don't think it is built into the story. There are many instances we experience where we could twist it to this what-if scenario if our characters lose their mind, are corrupted, and Dr. Straub isn't there anymore. A running theory was Dr. Straub was actually killed by the Panzer Mortar in the last radio we see of him inside the Final Reich. But then again, the ending of the outro of The Darkest Shore cuts all that to pieces. Thanks for watching a video running with a wild and friendly what-if scenario. I plan to break down the good, the bad inside The Darkest Shore within a week or two, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. Also, tune in this Friday night for Friday night game nights for the new game I'm playing this week. I'm changing it up from Until Dawn to something else that released recently, so what could it be? If you guess it right in the comments, I'll let you know. And if you're unfamiliar with this series, it's something I do to change up all the constant zombies I post on the channel by playing different games every Friday night.
There's no way I'm going to your janky ass club. Oh, I don't want to say these lines. Did that happy bitch like death? What? What?
Please subscribe for more zombie and gaming videos. Tell me your thoughts on the idea in the comments below. Can you prove that there is more information in game to support our characters hallucinating Dr. Straub and or being controlled by the forces of the sword? It'd be really awesome if you could, but I'm still a skeptic. The last thing I want to bring up before we go, I plan to sell a t-shirt in a few weeks. I wanted to gauge your interest in this retro Pack-a-Punch t-shirt that fits with the themes of my stickers I developed a couple months back. I'm planning on reworking my pricing and shipping schemes, but I wanted to gauge the interest and see if you guys like the design and if you would purchase the shirt. Let me know because it helps support these videos and make sure I can pay rent and electricity to produce these things that entertain you. Anyway, I'm RadAwesome27 and I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video. Bye!